Hey guys, it's me again. It's the Hatening. We're back. So I got another story. So a while ago, like when I first moved to Baltimore, Andrew and I both, but I was working at the Symphony, at the Baltimore Symphony, in the ticket office. I worked there for a couple years on and off. Love that place. Love everybody in the ticket office. Definitely. If you're around, go to a show. It rules. But part of what they do at the Symphony, at least then, was they would rent out the hall and the various parts of the hall to like production teams, to production, stuff. So like HBO, if you don't know, like whenever HBO or places like that like have a show or a movie that takes place in DC, most of the time they film exterior stuff, at least exterior stuff, in Baltimore, because it's astronomically cheaper to film in Baltimore than it is in DC, right? So like when they were filming Veep and House of Cards, anytime there was like auditorium shots or like press conference-y podium stage stuff, that was at the Meyerhoff, at the BSO. And so, well, like at the time I was working there, they would kind of like cluster filming. So you would have like, House of Cards and HBO sort of like renting it together with, like House of Cards and Veep would rent it together via HBO, like to the best of my understanding. But again, I was just working in the ticket office, so I didn't really know the logistics. We would just get word like, Monday through Thursday, like, they'll be filming in the hall. So we like can't go into certain parts, which is fine. The cool part was that craft services would take over the ticketing lobby. So they would like have all their like food stuff in the lobby that I was working, which basically meant that we would get free like HBO catering. And that was cool. Like those guys are really nice and they would let us eat the food. And then also they would come up to us after like everyone was done eating and they basically be like, hey, if you guys have like to-go boxes or bags or can find some, we can give you as much food as you want, because like we gotta basically throw all this away, so it's like all up for grabs. So I mean that was cool, because I would just come home with like pounds and pounds of like really 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 good food. But anyway, so one time when this was happening, because it happened a few times while I was working there, I was going through like heroin withdrawal, basically. Like I was getting clean. I can't remember if I was getting clean or if I was trying to get clean, but I was working at the Symphony and I was dealing with drug stuff. And so I was like sick, right? Like, and I was just like pooping a lot, right? Like I wasn't feeling too good. And so I get to work and, my stomach starts turning upside down and I'm really not feeling good and all this stuff. And there are multiple bathrooms that were available to, like the public that staff on our end of the building would use, basically, right? There wasn't like an employees only private bathroom. There was just like bathrooms in the hall that you could use. And so filming is taking place during this time, and they're mainly like concentrated on like the first and second floor of the building, and those are the restrooms that everyone's sharing and all this stuff. So I feel myself having to go to the bathroom, and I knew that it was probably going to be like gross. And so I was just like, okay, like I'm going to go up to the very top floor to use the bathroom. It's going to be the most private I can get. That way, like I don't run into anyone, and I can like kind of take my time, for lack of a better term, and really just like let this get out, because it's going to suck and it's going to take a while. And you know what I mean? Like, you know how it is whenever your stomach is upset and you have like diarrhea and shit. That's basically what it was at this point. So I go up into this bathroom and I just let it rip, and it is loud and smelly, and I'm alone, and I didn't really care because I just needed to like get it over with and get on with my day and all this stuff, right? And so I'm sitting in the stall, I'm doing my thing, and then I hear the door open. And so I don't really clench, you know what I mean? I don't really stop what I'm doing, but I'm just like, oh, God damn it, like someone's in here, right? And you could smell that someone was going to the bathroom. Like it wasn't like I was hiding in there, right? And so I hear the person walk into the bathroom, and stand sort of like in the middle of the room where the urinals are. And I can see under my stall that they had like really, really, really nice shoes and like dress pants on. You know what I mean? And so whenever people are filming at the Meyerhoff, whenever they were filming at the BSO, like there was always this kind of like, oh, like maybe I'll be able to meet like a famous person. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'll be able to meet like Julia Louis-Dreyfus or Kevin Spacey or something. And this was before Kevin Spacey got like, you know, Me Too'd or outed or whatever the verbiage is on that. But so I'm sitting there and I see the nice shoes and I'm just like, God damn it. Like if this is how I meet Kevin Spacey, I'm going to fucking lose my mind. This is so whack, right? This is so stupid. And so I'm sitting there and I let out like a fart that I like could not hold in. And then, you know, some muck fell out from under me. And at that point, like I just see the fucking shoes make like a heel turn out the door and then they just leave, right? And so I was like, oh no, like that, like what if that was Kevin Spacey and came up here because they told him it would be like a private bathroom and I'm in here just like having diarrhea, right? And so I finish up and everything and I get out and I go back to the office and the whole day I'm like looking to see if I can see Kevin Spacey, if I see anybody wearing those shoes, and I never do. But so then like in my mind, like that incident really just boils down to like I was kicking heroin and that prevented me from having a weird bathroom experience with Kevin Spacey. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, who knows if that really was him or not, but I like to believe that it was. And I like to believe that, the fact that I was getting over an active drug addiction is the reason why I wasn't added to the very long list of people who Kevin Spacey was like, hey, can I just like see your balls real quick? You know what I mean? But, yeah, so that's that one. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Andrew and I really do appreciate it. If you like the show, like and subscribe, give us a good review, tell your friends, all that stuff, or you can just keep on listening. That works too. But yeah, take care of yourself and the people around you, and don't forget to tell your friends you love them.